Hello everyone and welcome to the video. By the title I know you want to see how to build the arena, join a Snugglecraft server and the full explanation. As you can tell, I've been pretty busy on the server since the last time we've speak? I don't know. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So just a quick summary. This is what the arena will look like. It's quick, simple and easy. First, you just name any animal on Earth, like at all. It really doesn't matter. And I just picked chicken for no reason. Any color you want, I picked lime green for obvious reasons. My skin. And then you pick between pale moss, green moss. I picked pale moss. You build a simple, tiny structure that can fit in this little cube. As you can tell, I built something, I don't know what. Then something that can fit in here and can be as tall as you want it to be. I built a statue. And it's just a snail. I don't know why I put that there, I just did. And then this, you can decide anything in the entire game, what you're good at, and place it down on the sign. That is all you have to do. And so, to join the Snugglecraft server, you have to be a YouTuber of any scale. Big, small, 1 subscriber, a million, no one really cares about that. So, if you want to join, it's simple. Leave a comment if you want to join, then I'll give you my Minecraft gamer tag. It's just that, YorkMat6. Then, you can befriend me on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Then, before you click off, I know Bedrock isn't exactly the most loved server or version of Minecraft, but we can do some amazing stuff. Alright, so that hole you just dug out, it can be literally any size you want. You just make a red outline surrounding it. I went for a smaller, easier scale than there. And then what you simply do is make a smaller version, a much smaller version of that in the red cube. It can be just about this size, not bigger than this. Or if it is bigger, like maybe make it 2 blocks, no less. So yes, this is the smallest that hole is allowed to be. The reason for doing this is to test if players can make work with their environment. Like, can they work around smaller places, around smaller paces, and just work along other players. Like if you want to work with someone as like a roommate or just overall work next to a player, and this is what you have. So this is the biggest the hole is allowed to be. This side is about, well, let's just go with 9 for fun. And then look at this. This is the biggest it's supposed to be. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is mimic the same thing right next to it. This thing is allowed to be like 1 block bigger than that one, just for like if you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself. Then you build a very small cube around it, or turn it into a cube, whatever you want to call it. And this tests the player's area of space, like how good are they at working around space and being able to build in small areas like that. So this is just the area, this is the overall space. So then those are the most important things you need to know for this part. That's just about it. Next, what you're gonna do is just simply place 2 different moss blocks apart from each other, any place you really want on the map, and let them choose between the 2 moss blocks. This doesn't really matter, but it does help psychologically of which side the players are most likely to build. The light side and the easier build, or the harder and more scary type of builds with the pale moss. Then what you're gonna do is just simply place a line of any color in the whole game, like at least 1 of every color like this. It can be wool, it can be concrete like I picked, basically anything. Again, I'm sorry for my controller, I seriously don't know how to fix that problem. So simply, these two are just picking the color and what type of build they're likely to make. These two are just a space, and then comes the tricky part. All you guys really have to do on your own this time is just pick any color palette you want to use for like just overall a build that the other player has to make. They have to pick between all of these individual blocks and make a simple structure there or there. That is completely their option. Again, this is the testing arena for the Snugglecraft. This does not improve on anything. This is just a simple thing to show us, okay, you can build, or okay, you cannot build. But that's okay. If you are not a good builder in the game, you still have a chance in joining the arena. So have fun and use this palette to build. If you really want to join the server but you are not a YouTuber, I recommend asking someone to help you or assist you in making a channel real quick. You don't even have to post a single video on that channel yet. You just have to be a YouTube member to be allowed on this channel. The reason is so that we can maximize content income at like the max, if you understand what I mean. So back there, that's your arena. Enjoy. Now the explanation and the rule book. This is the rule book. Every single individual player has to follow this rulebook, and just to test if they are loyal to the server and if they are capable. There are in total 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 books to play around with, each having their own each having their own reason of existing and rules. But luckily, you only have to listen to 2 of them. You have to listen to the Prophet, the rulebook, and that's it. That's it. If you want, you can join this server specifically in person, so you and I can chat and just overall build and do the test in person, so I can personally mark if you are good enough for the server. But quite frankly, you really are. Maybe. So if you are a smaller YouTuber, consider subscribing, liking, joining, and if you really are lucky, you could join. There are in current 20 other players that will join you on the server, including myself. So if you want a better example of what we will do on the server, go check out Hermitcraft or a handful of other things. But the name Snugglecraft might not stick because it sounds too much like smuggle with the M instead of the N. So yes, that's it. The only rules you really need to keep in mind are, okay, you must place a campfire to claim territory. Do not steal unless you repay the same member. No server lagging or wrecking other members' projects. No hacks or any resource pack to mod without 70% of approval. I'm sorry if the spelling's off on that one. No cursing, inappropriate builds, or any from that can be monetized. Pause the video if you want more information on this. That is it. The last part you don't have to worry about. Each member will be treated equally and fairly, depending if you are a brand new member or if you have been on the server for a really long time. This is one of the only servers where subscriber count does not matter. If you have millions of subscribers and your teammate has only 1, both of you will be treated equally. Have fun. Enjoy, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and please, I heavily encourage you, try to join the server. You will be greatly appreciated.